the King of the Dot champion chain made by Kalani Jewelry, and the winner by split decision, and the new King of the
What? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Hey, it's No Coast.
No.
Introduce yourself.
No. What's up? It's nameless.
It's Known Man.
Nameless.
Nantra.
3.0 judging.
Kelly Betz. Can we get Nameless into the BoneMan?
Still dope. Everybody did good. I mean, I expected a lot more out of anybody, to be honest. I thought Rone did good. I still think Rone won. Head Ice, I don't really remember any like lines that he said. He wasn't memorable. He was kind of like, I was falling asleep during his shit.
Content-wise, Rone was so much better. I feel like he got even more reaction, longer reactions.
Yeah, he closed the shit down.
I don't know what Head Ice was talking about half the time. Like it was like he was referencing things that happened once, but it almost seemed like it was fictional. You know, just like these made-up situations where he was hanging out with his friends, and they were talking about this. You know, like I don't even know. You know, like it's just not creative at all. You know.
Yo, Ghostface versus Head Ice for the next King of the Dot title match. I think you have two different things going on here. You have somebody who works really well with imagery and angles versus somebody who works with imagery and just being cool. Lush One recently said the #1 rule of rap is say things that sound cool. And Head Ice is very good at that. So I think on a fundamental level, Head Ice is interesting. He's got a lot of personality. To me, when you have really a lot at stake and it's a big battle, you have to, I think it works a different way, and I think you can't waste any time, and Head Ice to me was wasting time. He said a few things that just don't add up. For instance, he said, where I come from, we run background checks. And if you don't check out, you get your whole background checked. And the crowd goes crazy. Right. What does that mean? Yeah. What does that mean, though? You get your whole background checked. What? Like, I guess just from my perspective, and again, I think a split decision is fair. Just from my perspective, though, when I got super into battling and writing, we were nerding out on multis. You know, like every other fan of Thesaurus and Ilmac, it was like, oh, what multis can we stack? And nowadays, I nerd out on angles, and it's like, oh my God, he thought of this angle that I would never think of. Rone was playing to what I like to see. I do think that some of what Rone did was uncomfortable as well. To me, like a young sportscaster being in a towering man from Harlem's face and calling him boy repeatedly has racial implications that I am not comfortable fully supporting. Rone is a very nice guy. Sometimes it's hard to see yourself in the racial construct that is our modern society and kind of look at that objectively.
What's that money shit, bro?
But yeah, the angle of the money and what he's done with his life, it kind of painted a bigger picture. It kind of made a story out of the situation and broke down how Head Ice presents himself. And I think in the end, I came out being like, yeah, he was slighted. He did a good job at lowering how I view Head Ice. Whereas Head Ice was just being cool. And the few times he did attack Rone, it worked, but he spent a lot of time wasting time.
Right, working up to it.
A lot of stuff, a lot of like, you're not a real shooter, and it's like, well, yeah, but Rone, he didn't say that. I do think that Rone lost the first round, and that's because he was like using gun bars. Something interesting that happens when you're writing for a battle with somebody that you respect is that you start to write like them a little bit, and that's a trap you can fall into really easily because you're not going to outdo somebody in a style that they've developed over, however many years. So Rone is coming in with these gun bars and this kind of like whatever way of using words. It wasn't working, so right off the bat it was a weird energy, but then it picked up and I
feel like he didn't even do that or do like what he was doing well. I feel like the problem was at this event, at least, a lot of people weren't comfortable. I mean, like, if you're gonna do whatever, like, believe it, like, fucking sell that shit. Like, there was too many like slip ups, there was too many like I didn't know I was gonna battle, like, beyond fucking past the nest, obviously. But like, what I'm saying, like, be fucking confident. Be like, sell yourself. Like, that was the problem I saw with a lot of people, I feel like.
Okay, I feel that. Overall, pay-per-view stream looked amazing. Avocado was God. It was awesome. Oh yeah, fucking Head Ice's closer was weird. The higher power or something where I'm supposed to be. It's like, that doesn't really hit. It doesn't land for me.
Wolf love.
Wolf love, though. Watch the video then.
We're videoing
Yo,
it.
that's it, guys. Here, Como, with some people streaming. They can't see it. Here in Como, No Coast. We appreciate everything the King of the Dot does. Thanks for the entertainment. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.
I ain't going home, baby, I'm a rolling stone. Just give me shelter, please. Forever foolish, living selfishly. I got these Jesus freaks on my telly screen telling me they can help me see, and they're full of shit. It's hot, I'm sweating bullets. Combination of hell sweltering heat and this LSD melting me. The gnarly grandson of Charlie Manson, I think he ought to expand on this whole